So back to where we left off. Basically, we're looking for the bottom 10%, and we are selecting top 10% from the last name column, and we're naming it LName, and we're getting it all from the table person.person. We're ordering by the last name ascending because default is descending, and to achieve the results we want, we would have to basically flip the whole entire name list, and alphabetically it's pretty much ordered. So we originally have A to Z, which would be descending. Now ascending would be Z to A. So you're flipping it. And so what we get is at the bottom of the list is going to be A's, and the top of the list is going to be Z's, because that's at the end of the alphabet for the descending. So yeah, I'm sorry, for the ascending, and then descending is just going to be the A to Z. So when you need something ascending and it's dealing with names, you want to get the bottom 10% or bottom anything, you just throw that ascending on there. But other than that, that suffices for a query for the bottom 10%. So the bottom results, as you can tell, Z to A, which would be ascending, and we're just scrolling. I am now going to comment out everything, and from there we will print new query for using where statements. And so there we will basically derive using a where statement. So for example, you have select column 1 comma column 2, and you have a from table A, and you have where column 1 equals, which column 1 we'll consider that last name, and you have it equal to single quotes, and inside the single quotes you'll have a certain name. Say you want to find somebody's last name or all the last names and all of the records, and the quickest way would be to do this type of querying. So that type of SQL statement would be very good for finding that. And I think I said a good example is you're working for a hospital. You're part of the data analytics staff, and you are ordered by the department head that you need to make a report, or make a report, and it is to find out all of the people that have the last name. We're gonna go with Abercrombie, or however you pronounce it, and say that person, they're trying to find somebody that's a missing person, or they're trying to find out if there's any confusion with the last names, and trying to find out who is who. And basically from those last names you can collect the first name, and you can find out who is who. or let's say that the hospital systems are down and the only way that somebody's going to get information is if they have somebody actually getting from the servers inside from the databases, and so inside the server you have the databases and you're getting all this information and you're trying to come up with quick solutions, and manually making queries on the fly is very helpful. So let's say you have 3 people Abercrombie, which that's what we want for this result. We're only getting what we need, and so in this case for the Zimmerman we get 13 results. So there are 13 people last name Zimmerman, so that's exactly what we want. And basically select last name as the last name, we'll just put L name from person.person where last name equals single quotes Zimmerman. You do not want to put double quotes. That SQL doesn't like that. Well, SQL Server Management Studio doesn't. The compiler would not like that. It would just be saying no, will not do as you request. Error. Anyways, so now we are making a new query because we had to declare a Abercrombie and then we declared the Zimmerman, and I had removed the Abercrombie one, and so we're just adding the Abercrombie one. That's one of the previous scripts. However, what I want you to do is I want you to review what's on here, because these are some really basic queries, and I'll be making another video that has basics of select statements, where, from, group by, that sort of gist. And so we'll also be using use and go, because that gets the database. We will also use print and the comments, because those are beneficial when organizing. And next time we will be touching on hopefully the count, and that's very helpful as well. So yeah, just in case if I missed this last time, is that we are using AdventureWorks 2012 for our database. The server is SQL Server Management Studio 2012, and if I'm not mistaken, it is a .mdf file for the AdventureWorks 2012 Microsoft database file. And yeah, there are a lot of records in the AdventureWorks database. There are a lot of tables, and within each of those tables are sometimes a lot of columns. So there is a lot of manipulation you can do to really test out scripts. So the database is very, very, very detailed, it seems, because there are foreign keys and primary keys, and if you wanted to, I'm pretty sure you could have a database diagram, and we'll touch on those things, but those are some really nice things.